Hey everybody, welcome back to another VW Bus Bits video. Just a bit of an update as to where we are with the van. We've managed to do quite a few bits and pieces to it. We've washed it, which has made just a massive difference just by giving it a clean. Hopefully you can see that in the background. So we can see what we're dealing with, and I'm pleased to report this in really good order and not any worse than what I was expecting to do. So since we've had the van, I've managed to get the sunroof open, which is a super bonus. So that's going all the way back. I'll show you that in a minute. In the engine bay, I've given it a service in the engine bay. I did film it, but the film didn't come out very good. I might still post it up anyway. But the light was in the wrong place. It's a bit washed out. Hope you can hear me as a lawnmower going at my neighbour's house. So yeah, but I have given it a service. So we've done new plugs, HT leads, distributor cap, a rotor arm. I've done all the fuel lines in the engine bay, so all the ones to fuel injectors, to the plenum, new silicone hoses on the plenum, like on the inlet manifold. They've all been replaced. So yeah, it looks a lot better in there. So I'll open up the engine lid, I'll show you what I've done in there, show you the sunroof working, and then I'll get on to today's video, which is putting in a sportscraft swivel seat for the front seats. So we'll check that out in a minute, but I'll just show you quickly what we've done. So I'll turn the camera around and then I'll show you what we've been doing. Okay, so we go to tailgate and my lush parcel shelf, which I think we're going to be taking out just to get the bed system to work that I want to do in here, which would be a shame. See all the original carpet. Just try and get that out of the way one-handed if I can. Should put the camera down really, shouldn't I? Let me pop the old camera down a minute. There you go. Have a look at a bit of a headrest and a sunroof. Okay, so engine lid done. Lift that out of the way. Right, there we go. Hopefully now we can see what we're doing. So yeah, what have we done? So yeah, distributor cap, rotor arm, all new HT leads, the coil as well, new spark plugs, and then I've done all new fuel lines. Hopefully you can hear me. So everything that's done in the grey, that's all the new sleeving over all the new fuel lines. So to both fuel injectors that side, both fuel injectors down on this side. The actual hose coming in and the return line, when I've been looking at it, I have bought all new lines. They've recently been replaced, so I've not done the return because that's all good. I still need to do the feed though from the engine bay, so I've got that to do. But yeah, it's looking a lot better, and I've hose clamped on the vent pipe because it was spurting oil out everywhere. So yeah, new silicone hoses down here. So yeah, in doing all that, I found the couple of the vacuum lines. So the one coming from like the throttle body, if you like, coming up and around to the vacuum on the distributor was all broken up. So I've replaced all that, which has made the engine idle a lot higher. So I think they've been running the engine slightly rich, sort of wound up just to compensate for that. But I've done all that now. And yeah, I've reset the timing. I've adjusted the idle control valve there and the CO2 control up here. I think I've got it running just about right. He's idling about 850 RPM, which is right for this engine. So very happy with that. So yeah, this is all taken care of. But what I have noticed as well was the brakes are a bit spongy. So I took the near side rear wheel off today this one. And the brake line going to the slave cylinder in there, or going to the brake cylinder in there, the brake line's actually corroded through, squirting out, so I've got that to replace. So that's where we are with it. So I'll take you through to our sunroof, and I'll show you what the crack is with that. So, see if I can get the camera set up so you can see, hopefully. Yeah, it's not a bad angle. I just lift it up a tickle more, and then get the old ta-da! So we got a working sunroof. Which is lush. So yeah, best feature of the van, that is. Just going to put my carpet all the way while you gaze at the view. Right then. Enough of that, Simon. Yeah, mega in it. As you can see, we've taken out the middle row of seats already, which has freed up so much space. I'm gonna have to get an overmat for down here. But anyway, on to today's video. This is what we're actually doing. So we've got sportscraft swivel base for VW Type 2, late Type 2, and for the Type 3, Type 25 T3, whatever you want to call it, Vanagon. And I've got two, one for the drivers, one for the passengers. So we're going to do the passenger one first, just because I got the steering wheel stuff in the way, and it'll be easier to film. Move that blue roll out of the way. So the first thing we need to do is to get the seat out. So basically it's just a case of, on the seat runner here, it's just lifting that up, and there's a catch there, which when you get to the end of its travel, you need to lift that to slide it out the way. So let me get that out the way a moment. So again, I'll pop the camera down, hopefully in some sort of position where you can kind of see what I'm doing. So yeah, we're just going to lift up the lever here. You can see, lift up the lever here, slide it forward. When it's forward, it's going to lift up that little latch. And then see him out the way. Yeah, hopefully you saw that all okay. So yeah, with the seat gone, you can see, let's put a bit of the carpet back over again. I can glue all this back down while I've got the seat out. Where it's caught slightly here, we can glue all that back into position, which will be nice. So the runners here, the plastic part, it's like the anti-rattle, that can come out and that can go into the new seat base. Now the only downside is you can't really get to the battery boxes with the swivel bases in place. But it won't take long to whip them out. And those that don't know, you do have a tag just here with vehicle information on. Okay, so let's get to the box itself, and we'll try and set up the camera somewhere so you'll be able to see it. And we'll pull it out and have a look. the way a bit. So that's the seat swivel and the fitting kit. Let's put that to one side a minute. So basically this is the lever that you lift up to swivel the turn plate, and you've got all the fitting kit here. So we'll take you through that in a minute and show you what we need to do. So first thing we'll do is we'll just lay the swivel base on top of the existing runners, just to make sure everything lines up as it should do. Which is as easy as that. And if I open up, actually swivel it, I'll line it up and then I can show you how it actually fixes on. So in the fitting kit here, you'll notice, if I empty it out, all on there, look. You'll notice you've got these bars with the nuts welded on. And they basically go in, let's pull the carpet out of the way to show you. So see the original part of the runner there? This slides in there, yeah. And then you see the holes, and that's where it lines up. So this hole here, and then you would drill out the original paint, see the original part of the runner, you would drill through there to get to the second bolt. And that's the same on this side. You drill that one out. And then if we go around the front, again, original hole here, and there's an original hole here, which you can't see because I've still got the plastic runner in place. And then so you do front two bolts here, rear two bolts, and the same on both sides. So yeah, so you've got two of these that slide in. I say these ones slide in from the rear, and then for the front you've got these square nuts, and you slide them in from the front inside the runner, line up with where we're going to drill through and attach the retaining bolts. So let me get my drill and everything sorted, and then we'll come back and we'll start fitting it all up. Right, so let's move the swivel base out of the way so we can remove the plastic clip. Basically all you need to do is get your screwdriver underneath here. It's just a little indent there. Just want to lift that off. There you go. And then slide that away. It's a bit greasy, so watch where you put it down. I'll put it down outside. I'll put it on the box. It then keeps everything nice and clean. Put the carpet back down in place. And then we can lift the swivel base back into position again. Like so. Okay, all I'm going to do, just to get myself set up, is here. So we just need to take the square edge off of this line there. Just bear with me. Yep, so I need to take this square line off the original runner off. So to do that, just to keep this in place, all I'm going to do is get one of the rear fixing parts, the one with the nuts on. I'm just going to slide that. If it will go, will it go? No, that's not going to work. So all we'll do is we'll just pick up one of the bolts there, and we'll just get the right size one, Simon, because they're smaller at the front than they are at the rear. Just get the small one there, pop it in place there, and the same on the other side, just to keep it from moving around. And then what we're going to do is just drill out that so it's nice and round. So let me set the camera up in a better angle and we'll get that bit done. Okay, so hopefully that will hold it in place. And then we'll take our drill bit, like so. And then we're just taking the edge off just to make this go in a little bit easier. So for the front, we need the square nuts. So all we're going to do is push them in from the front. The aid of a screwdriver, a magnetic one would be very helpful. Like so. We're just going to slide it back until we can see it. And then we'll take our our bolt, pop it in, and wind it in till it grabs. I think we've caught it there. Like so. And same with the front one. Again, it's rest on top of your screwdriver. Popping through. Like so. So we'll need to do the same for that side over there, and then we'll come on to the back. So I'll do that other side and then we'll come on to the backs. Okay, so we'll do this other side. Same thing. Put the nut on your screwdriver. Slide it in till it lines up. Grab the bolt. Wind it in. So get your Allen key. Spin them up. We'll do it final tighten down when they're all in. So last one. My screwdriver. Slide it in. There we go. Lovely job. So that is that one in place and also the front one in place. So now we go to the rears and we'll start with this side here. Need to get an angle. Just bear with me when I set the camera up a moment. Use the awning. Okay, hopefully we can see what we're doing there. So we've got the hole here and the hole at the back here, and that's the one we need to drill out. So if we just move all our bolts and everything out of the way. Like so. And it's just a case of rotating round this side to drill that out, and then we can do the same on that side, but we'll get this one done first. So this one, as you can see, we don't need a change. So this side we do. Just going to drill a hole here. Like so. So this is a 7mm bit that I've gone on through, just my pilot hole. Then we'll do the same on this side. Let's get it in there centrally, and then we'll open it up to the 10mm. Can't really see what I'm doing there, my big hand in the way. Like so. So this is the only bit of drilling you've got to do to fit these seats. So they're really good. Right. Let me get a bigger drill bit and my little hoover. We'll clear up the swarf. Okay, so we're going to change to an 8mm bit, beg your pardon, not a 10. So we'll swap it out to a 8mm bit. I've got a brand new one here. It's nice and sharp. So back into the same pilot hole we done. There's that one. Back to this one. Okay, that's that bit done. We'll hoover up all the swarf. Like so. Okay, so we've hoovered out all the swarf. Obviously drilled the holes out. We're just going to pull, this carpet was already ripped, that's not me, but I'll make use of it. So we'll get the long bar that's got the studs the nuts welded on, and that slides in that way round. so the long portion facing the rear of the van, and that's just going to slide inside the runner like so until the holes line up. Hopefully you can see that. Once it's like that, you take the bigger bolts, drop them in, wind them up. Again, we're just going to do it loose for now until we can get them all in. Just not quite in there. Just back these off a little bit so I've got a bit of wiggle room. So I'll just loosen off the front ones a little bit, just so I've got a bit of play in the plate. Right, bear with. I just might need to open up that hole, the original hole, just ever so slightly. So let's just draw that back out again. So I don't want to fill it with swarf. That's it, just back it out. We'll just open up the sole ever so slightly. Like so. Hoover it up. Try that again, shall we? We'll go to the front one this time first. There we go. And the back one. Right, lovely. So they're in. Like I say, we're just going to keep them, we'll dial them in a little bit. So I've got to swivel the plate around. So we'll just tighten that up. If I can get the right size Allen key, I will, which is this one. So we'll just tighten them down a bit, like so. Hold it in place, like that. And then all we're going to do is we're going to spin the plate back round again, lock it, just to expose the opposite side, because I'll probably need to, there we go, just drill that out a little bit. So I'll do that bit first. So we'll just drill out the original hole. Like that. Get the swarf. So we get the plate for the other side. Slide him in. Oh, not like that, that's gone too far. Let me just get that back out again. Right. So I've just had to push the spacer back through from the front. So I pushed it in too far. But it's back where it needs to be now. So put our bolts through. Like so. And tighten them up. It's hard to see because my arm keeps going in the way, so I do apologise. Let's try there. Okay, so that's tightened up, and that is it. So I'll just move the camera and I'll show you how it all works. Okay, so we'll put it into its locked position, which is round there. And we'll take the plastic guide. In fact, I'll clean that guide a moment. So let me clean that and then I'll pop it back in. Okay, so we've cleaned the guide up. I've got some PTFE lubricant that I'll use to put it back in. I'm just going to slide it in, push it over the hole, and that's it down in place. So we'll get some PTFE lubricant and we'll put some on there, and then we'll see about sliding the seat back in. Okay, so this is what I've got, some WD-40 Specialist Anti-Friction Dry PTFE lubricant. Just stops all the horrible grease going on. It sort of ends up going all over the carpet when you're putting the seats forward and back. So we don't need loads. And this dries to a film. So just wipe off the excess. Like that. We'll get our seat. So all we've got to do for the seat is line the runners back up again. On that side. So we just need to line both sides of the runners up. Oh. Get that out of the way.
Run it round front ways to the door, you might be
Right.
able to get some pushing.
So put it on the runner. Where I put the guide back in on that side, it was just a bit stiff to get it back into place. But it's better to have the guide than not, because otherwise it'll be rocking. So Joe's gonna give me a hand just to push it back, isn't you, babe?
Am I?
Yeah.
What do I have to do?
Push it towards the back of the van. There we go. Right. Lift up the handle. There it is. All locked into place.
Cool.
Right, and then I'll take you around the front. We've got the lever just here. And all you're going to do is push the lever down and then spin the seat. Come on then, babe, give it a wiggle. And there we have it.
Hey, do it all the way around?
Yeah, I can show it so it just goes to the back.
How cool is that?
And there is the seat installed on its swivel base.
Awesome.
So it doesn't take as long, obviously, when you're not filming. So I've got to keep moving the camera, start and stopping. So it normally takes about 15 minutes aside, start to finish. But yeah, that's it. So they do work with the captain seats on the front, even with the steering wheel in place. So, but that's how you fit the swivel base. And that's not going anywhere. It only lifts up the original seat by maybe 20 millimeters, 30 maybe. But as you can see, there's not much rocking at all there. The seat spins freely, then it locks back into place for when you're travelling.
Not really a lock in there, is there?
Yeah. So there you go. I'm going to do the same on the other side now.
I'll get off first, it's okay.
Yeah, I may or may not show you. We'll see. But anyway, that's it for this video then. So thanks again, everybody, for watching another video. So that's how to fit the seat swivel in a Type 25 T3 Vanagon brick wedge, whatever you want to call it. So I bought mine from a company called Jennings here in the UK. They seem to be the cheapest outlet at the moment over Just Campers and other places by quite a bit. So I hope you found the video useful. Any questions, comments, please, as usual, drop them below. I'll get back to you as soon as we can. And please look out for any more videos that are coming along in the series. So thanks again, everybody, and we'll speak soon. Cheers. Right, both seats inlet. Lever down. Swivel round. All you've got to make sure on this one with the captain's seats is you've got to slide it forward slightly, put the armrest down, and then it just rolls against the steering wheel into place. Front swivel seats, done. And this is a van with power steering, big steering wheel, and it all works as it should do. So thanks so much to everybody again for watching. VW Bus Bits. Till next time, speak to you soon. Bye.